We are now recording, my friend, or at least supposedly yep, it says recording. Okay. So, can you hear that?
Hear what?
Hold on a second. Can you hear music? No?
No.
Why? Okay. Hold on a second. I think I know why. So, where's recording? I'm going to pause it a second. Hey everybody, welcome on to Public John. How you doing, folks? Yes, I am pre-recording this because I got a lot of stuff going on tomorrow, and I want to keep the same time slot with you guys. So we're going to record this, and then I am going to post it tomorrow at the appropriate time on Facebook. Please let me know if you see it. Also, I'm going to try and get this. Looks like it might work. I might have to move it around while we're watching here. Our LED sign. Remember when I talked to you about our sponsors and our friends of the show, as they say. Well, this is going to cause me a bigger problem than I thought. Hey, what a surprise. Technical problem on the Public John. And but while we're doing that, we can talk to my friend here who I used to do the show with when I first started out every so often, and he's a great friend of the show and actually a great personal friend of mine, is my friend Bad Boy Billy Smith. How you doing, bud?
Hey, what's going on, Johnny?
Hey, we're doing all right here. First off, tell everybody there when we get done that I said hello. Anybody that would give a rat's ass. Anybody that doesn't, screw them. I don't really care that much because they don't obviously care. You should be able to see the sign scrolling here, folks. And beginning to end with the messages, and these are the folks that help us with the show, and we thank them for doing that. Billy and I haven't talked in a long time, so we're probably just going to BS a little bit. Some of this is going to be about, oh no, what a surprise! Oh no, I had to hang up on him. That sucks. I don't know who it was. I didn't recognize.
Hey, do you think we got 6 feet between us for social distancing?
Barely. I try to do social media distancing. I've been saying that if you get ready to type something and you think it's going to piss people off and you're going to look like an asshole, stay 6 fucking feet away from your keyboard. Social media distancing. Think about it before you type it, idiots. So we'll go from there. But Billy and I have been friends for, holy crap, longer than some people are alive. So we don't probably want to say how many years, but we got a bunch of stuff we could talk about, and we're going to for a while, things that interest us. Some of you won't be interested. Some of you will. That's fine. But once again, and remember, if you guys ever want to be on, let me know, and we'll make some arrangements for that as well. But for tonight, I'm going to have my buddy Billy on. We're going to talk about things like maybe some baseball, some basketball, some hockey, fantasy football, things like that. Catch up with what some of his family members are doing, because they're all friends of mine, and I haven't seen any of them or heard from them in a while either. And part of that's my fault. So, but I'm a shithead. So, but we all know that. So that's what's going on. Gizmo is here, folks. He's in the other room chilling. He's making sure everybody in the control room's doing everything, but he is here. And he's healthy, and he's back, and he's scampering around like dogs do. But right now he's chilling because he's had a pretty busy day. He went to the park. He went to a couple places last couple days, and he's using that leg. He had surgery on it, and he's using it pretty good now. So not 100%, but probably about 60% or so. And he's going to get a little physical therapy next few days. And I expect him to be running around on it pretty good. He runs around on 3 legs like crazy. So, but he's starting to use that 4th back leg, and he's getting there. So thanks to those of you who have asked. It is 5:17 Central, 6:17, I believe, on the East Coast, right?
That's
and 3:17 Pacific time. And like I've told you folks that do watch from England and Ireland and Scotland, I have no fucking idea what time it is. I don't know. I know one day I'm going to look it up, or one day you guys will actually be up live, because I know you guys always watch it after I record it anyway. I do have a few people in those three areas that watch it that saw me in New York, and Facebook friended me, and they watch the show. They're great. So, but they usually end up watching it afterwards because to them this is probably middle of the night. So or it's midnight or something. So they're just now hitting the rack. Or they're in bed usually when the show is on. It's like 2 a.m, 3 a.m to them. So
Hit the sheets, Yeah.
yeah. So, but it's great that they watch it, but like I said, I have no idea for sure what time it is, and since it's 3 countries, it could be 2 or 3 different time zones too.
5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Somewhere, baby. That's right. And right now it's a little after 5. So that being said, my friend Dennis Ingraldi sponsors What's in John's Cup, and as you can see, it's a pretty big cup. This week, your choices are beer, blueberry wine, blueberry brandy, iced, or just straight up iced tea. They're your choices. Let's face it, last week I forgot one of the choices, but nobody guessed anyway. So if somebody guesses, you win a prize. If nobody guesses one of those 4, I keep the prize, and it's great. So the prize I keep is probably better than the one I was going to send you. So, but I didn't say that out loud. But I want to thank everybody that tunes in and does play. It's brought to you by Dennis Ingraldi from Vineland Realty Corporation, Vineland Realty LLC, or Vineland Realty Corp. I apologize. My friend Dennis Ingraldi. You can reach them at 856-690-9482. And their office is at 634 East Landis Avenue in Vineland, New Jersey. Go in and see Dennis or the lovely Helen. They can take care of all your residential property and realty sales needs anywhere in South Jersey. That's Vineland Realty Corp. They are the sponsors of What's in John's Cup. And we'll see if any of you guys guess it. Either way, I get to drink it. So we've done that. Thanks, Dennis. Thanks, you guys. Dennis obviously isn't seeing this right now, so he'll see it tomorrow, and that'll be even more fun for me. So I know that we're not live, but you guys, when you watch this, can make a guess by sending a message or sending a comment on the video when it posts. And the first one that gets the right guess, well, you'll win the prize. And if nobody does, well, like I said, it'll carry over. So Billy, my friend, you might hear a couple sounds from a couple things that we say, because we do have a soundboard that started last week, and it was a kind of a hit. Everybody was like, hey, it works, keep it. I'm still working on where everything is on it. Every so often it might take a second or two, and I might be the one lagging behind, but you'll hear a silly sound. If you do, you can say whatever you want. Obviously, I already said the F word, so we don't necessarily care about swearing. As you know, I never really have. I do try to stay away from politics and racial crap because I would just want this to be fun.
Nothing but trouble.
Yeah, both of those things, you're going to piss off at least half your audience. So why do that? Especially in my case, when you and I might be the only fucking audience. You never know. It could be us too, or it could be.
I go our separate ways.
I know, and I've had hundreds, so it doesn't matter. It could go either way. So it could be one hand, or it could be you need a goddamn calculator to figure it out. So who knows? It's up and down. But it is summer, so you never know what's going to happen. I guess I should quit whining about it. There. So whine. So my friend, a couple things I've thought about. First off, we might as well mention the Flyers tonight in the NHL can clinch their series tonight in a couple hours, right? About an hour and a half from the time we're filming. By the time you guys watch this, you will probably know. But we're looking forward to it. What's your take on this? You're a huge Flyers fan, and what's your take on it? I'll give you mine, but I'm nowhere near the hockey fan you are.
I believe they'll wrap it up tonight. They're playing really good defensively. Carter Hart back-to-back shutouts, and I just say they just need to get their big guns to start putting the puck in the net. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think that's my take on it. That's what I've been telling people is I think you're right. Their scoring hasn't come from – they've had minimal scoring, and it hasn't come from the people you would hope it would come from. the coach, Alain Vigneault, I never know how to say his last name real well, but it's Vigneault. He, I mean, yesterday he mixed the lines up, just trying anything. And don't get me wrong, it worked because, you know, I mean, Raffles scores a goal in the first few minutes, and he wouldn't have been on the ice then. So, you know, and he benched a couple guys that hadn't been performing well or maybe dinged up. So I think the coaching's been good. The goaltending's been great. But in that regard, don't get me wrong, Carter Hart's been great in goal. But my take on it, too, is their defense has been outstanding. They're blocking shots and sacrificing themselves like crazy in front of them. Guys are getting hit with pucks like crazy, but that's what it takes.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, especially when you're not scoring that many goals. The other night, the 1-0 game, they scored inside the first 10 minutes. I swear to God, I thought they were killing penalties for 15 minutes after that. It was like one giant penalty kill, one after. I mean, they couldn't get anything going, and it was like a tense. It was almost like old-time hockey, except, you know, real old-time hockey, there might have been a fight or two.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was physical from both sides, fairly clean. You know, there were a couple minor penalties like tripping or something, but no slashing, no real, you know, but some good hard hitting, and it was a good hockey game. And even yesterday's was a good game. I think it's been a pretty good series. Montreal's confused and fooled a lot of people. I mean, let's face it, they weren't even supposed to be in this series, knocking out Pittsburgh. So,
yeah, well, they're good at playing the trap too, the middle of the ice.
yes,
you know? So,
yeah. So it's hard to, you know, I mean, you can dump the puck into your net, into your zone, but it's hard to go get it.
Yeah,
that's the problem. And I think their power play, they got to find something. Power play is brutal.
We were talking last night that I think we can't do any worse than them guys.
Right, yeah. You and I could go on the ice, and at least we would wind it up and shoot it. I mean, I'd be firing the puck from all over. Don't get me wrong, I fall on my ass because I can't skate for shit anymore. But if I could stand on a pair of skates and swing the stick, I would be whacking it from everywhere. You got to get a couple guys in front of the net, which is where the physical part comes in, but take some shots. I mean, it looks like the power play, they're just overpassing. Now, maybe that's me, or maybe they're waiting for openings that just aren't there, but I think at some point you got to just take some shots. I mean, the Flyers are blocking shots because Montreal's taking them at least.
Right. I mean, you can't score if you don't shoot, but
right.
When they get 3 power plays in a row and no shots at all, that's
no
terrible.
Shots at all. I mean, you got to take a shot. Yeah, you got to shoot the puck. You know, I'm all for one-timers, and I'm sure that's really why they're passing around, hoping for an open spot for a one-timer. But at some point, you got to take a slap shot and just let people know you're willing to shoot it. I think that's the other problem. I think Montreal realizes they're looking for that open spot, and they're fine-tuning, and they're being too specific. And the next thing you know, you don't leave a hole, and that's it. I mean, let's face it. One of the goals the other day was a pure luck goal.
Sure.
That you don't expect to go in, especially with that goaltender. I mean, he's really good, and somehow it still snuck through. So, and you take it. It gives you a 2-0 lead in the second period. You take it. You know.
Yeah. No.
I mean, you gotta. You know, he made a mistake. He made a mistake. So.
Yeah. Well, I have Giroux tonight. He's plus 400. So
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we'll see if I think he'll get off the schneid here.
Off the schneid. Well, you play a little bit of FanDuel, don't you?
That and the William Hill, the sports book.
Oh, William Hill, the sports book, right?
The sports book, yeah.
Okay. I know you made a couple bucks last night. We'll segue, as they say, to the Phillies, who they're kind of a mixed bag, but you won a couple bucks last night on them.
Yeah, no, that's nice. They send you email when they have like the odds boost, and usually it's usually like a sucker bet. So you know,
right.
they boost the odds up a little bit for you to bet. And I connected. I wish I would have bet more, but
yeah, well,
but
at least you won. You didn't lose.
Nah, that's exactly.
Well, good luck to the Flyers tonight. Like I said, by the time you guys see this, we'll know because it's playing at about an hour or two after we record this. So. We'll all be watching with bated breath, and go Flyers. Go Fly Guys. but yeah, well, we can segue into Phillies, or at least into baseball. Uh, your American League team, the Orioles, are kicking ass, buddy.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. I think they were predicted to get 19 wins, and I
They
think
were they were saying the other day on ESPN. I was watching something there, and they said the Orioles uh, were given 0% chance, 0.9% chance to make the postseason. Now it's up to like 19% or something because of how well they're playing.
It's another one I should have bet on, and I figured it was just throwing money away. And
Yeah,
they have 12 wins, so I mean,
compared to everybody else.
Yeah, 8 more wins, and you're a winner. Whoever bet on them.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, they're playing well. Let's face it; they're only 18 games away from clinching a 500 record for the season.
Yeah.
I mean, how weird is that from the
I
Orioles?
think they play shortened seasons every time. As far as
Yeah.
I'm concerned.
Yeah, it's like I want 60-game seasons every year for the Orioles. No matter what happens, base it on percentage and let the Orioles only play 60 games. And that might be what happens because of all the games some teams have missed. Is it may not get to 60 games for some teams. Some teams, they may decide that playoffs are going to be determined by percentages. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I kind of like the idea though with the more playoff teams. I mean, I think we discussed that before. I mean, times change. I think it makes it more interesting.
Yeah, I like the more playoff teams. I do like that. I'm old school. I know I'm an old man now at this point in life or whatever, and I don't like the DH in the National League. They say it's only for this season, but I almost guarantee that this was a way to get it in, and we're going to be stuck with it.
Yeah,
I think
you're right.
I think it takes two things away from the game. I think it takes some strategy away from the National League managers on how to use pitchers and pinch hitters and things like that. It's a whole different game with the DH. And I think it takes away, for me, like the World Series, one of the reasons it was always a little special was after the DH was added to the American League, now you had a difference in the two leagues.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they played in the World Series. You know, the team at home got to use it when you were in the American League. The team away didn't. And, you know, you had that. You know, you were back to some strategy, no matter what. You know, and two different types of strategies in the World Series. Sure. Now that if they keep it, and especially for this year, that's going to be gone. You know, so it's like I don't get me wrong. I still like baseball, and I'm not going to stop watching it because the DH isn't there anymore. But it's already not the same. I don't like the fact that you don't throw the pitches for intentional walks, only because there's always that slim chance that something really weird could happen.
Stop it. Get some help.
It just kills me. It just, I guess I need some help. That's what we're saying is get over it, you old bastard. And just, I can't, you know, but you know what it all is in sports. It's all about
shut up and take my money.
So that's it.
Yeah, that's true there.
That's it. Shut up and take my money. So, and that's what it's all about is the players union wanted that extra player. They wanted more players on the roster and they got it for this season. But I'm thinking what's going to happen is you're going to see that one extra spot added and DH in both leagues next year. And of course, if that happens, it's permanent, you know, if it's a full season game.
Yeah. But I'd like to see them drop down to like 140 games and have almost like the same amount of teams in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think that would be great because you drop it to 140 and you get the playoffs sooner. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can still have your season end with the World Championship and everything about the same time.
Right.
I think they have to do it by a certain amount of games. It used to be 164. Before that, it was 152. So yeah, it would probably go to about 140, 138 to 140 because of the math and how many times you got to play and stuff. But right. Yeah, I agree because it is a marathon. I mean, let's face it, season starts in April, doesn't really end till first week in October now. Used to be the season ended in September, and you were doing postseason first week in October. I mean, Derek Jeter, one of his names was Mr. November at one point, instead of Reggie and Mr. October. You know, so I would like that, and a lot of people would, but again, it's going to all be about the one thing.
Shut up and take my money.
Everybody's going to want, how much money can we make and or lose, and if they can't break even at least or make more money, they're going to keep those amount of games because it's all about TV contracts and stuff. So that's what it's all going to be. So, but we need somebody to tell them something. You know what I mean?
You stupid.
Yeah, they're stupid for not thinking about that. You know what I mean? So I'm having fun with the soundboard, but obviously, but I'm trying to use it where it sounds like they're right with what we're saying. So I agree. I think you're right about that. We'd really probably prefer a shorter season, which then gives you longer playoffs, which I like.
Right.
Yeah. Especially a couple times they have them 1-game playoffs. I love them. They're like a 7th game in hockey. That's do or die, baby. You got to pull out all the stops. You could have your best pitcher throwing, and if he's a little bit off, do I yank him in the 3rd inning? Do I bring in my next guy? Do I keep him because he could straighten out and we can catch it? There's a lot of decisions, because of that 1-game playoff. I think that could be great. It's like the 7th game in any series.
Sure.
So, just one of them, like a play-in game like the NBA just had. So I guess we could segue to that. My team, Boston, in the American League they won today over the Phillies, but their pitching is awful. It's just terrible. The Phillies really didn't play all their starters, I don't think, today. They played some kid named Garlick in left field, and Scott Kingery. They played him again today. They haven't played him in a while.
That's because he's batting below the Mendoza line.
Yeah, Mendoza was, damn, you can't even catch my ass. He's dead. No, I don't know if he's dead or not. I think he is. Actually. I think he is because he played like the 50s or 60s. But yeah, he don't hit better than me, and I'm dead. So I think that's unfortunate. But it's like I'm only 180 batting average points lower than Kingery. And I'm in Kansas, old enough to be his dad. I get 2 base hits, and I got as many fucking hits as him. It's like somebody said something the other night. Barkley was hysterical. He said something last night about somebody. He said they only had 4 points, and he goes, he got to, that was terrible.
Terrible.
That's terrible. 4 points. You got to get more out of 4 points. That's only 4 points more than me, and I'm an old fat ass sitting here at a desk. I was like, oh, that's my line. That's great. It's kind of a takeoff on one of my lines. I'm not the only one who ever says it, but I think it's, it's great. So yeah, you gotta figure out a way to perform, and some of those guys, and I never understood why they signed Kingery to the big contract they did anyway. They were saying his potential is great. Hell, when I was 18, my potential was great, but that's what happened. When you're playing slow pitch and you still got to worry about a fastball getting by you, chances are. Oh, no, that never happened. We know the one thing I could do is hit.
Rob Lyons. You could blow by Rob Lyons.
Well, that's true. I can pitch by that guy. Holy cow. I was trying to think of his name the other day, his last name. But, oh, yeah. Somebody said something about he couldn't hit a lollipop. And I went, oh, that reminds me of a guy. I was throwing a beach ball to this guy and telling him, here, hit it. And he couldn't. Remember that one? Oh, there's a towering drive deep to the pitcher's mound. And he, you know what? He didn't talk to me for shit ever since, because he went like over 3 and I talked trash the whole time. Like a number to me, a pop-up, and I forget what the other one was. I think it was a pop-up to the catcher. He couldn't hit off. I got in his head and he was done.
Yeah, he was like,
yeah, just shook his head like that big goofy bald head he had. I'm no one to talk, but he shaved it. He had that big goofy Charles Barkley head, and he would just shake his head. I can't believe it. I can't believe, can you believe it? I can't believe it. That's all he said. That's crazy. I can't believe it.
Oh, man.
And I'm breaking his chops the whole time. And the worst part is he was the one that started it during the week. Oh, I can't wait to play you guys, man. I'm going to hit the ball. So that's why I did it. And I never knew I was going to pitch. Somebody didn't show up, I think. And I went, crap, I guess I got to pitch. Nobody else. So I had no idea he was going to be that bad. That was great. I got in his head. So I figured I'm talking trash, but it's not going to make a difference. I mean,
Dude, he should have been batting last or not even be in the lineup. I mean,
yeah. Well, you got to blame the coach for that. Oh, shit, dude. That was you. Sorry.
no, that was Joe Rossi, wasn't it?
Oh, was that Rossi?
Yeah, that was Rossi, not me.
Oh, I thought he was gone. I thought it was you.
I
Didn't
think
you coach
Rossi's
for
still
the last
around.
couple of years? Or
I
maybe
can't
not.
remember. I don't know. It's been so long ago now.
I can't remember. I thought it was you because I thought he was umpiring by then. Maybe not.
I
Maybe
can't
not.
remember.
No, you might be right because I think we beat you too. But a lot of times it's because Rob came up with people on every time. I just got in his head. Oh, that was the other one. He hit a ground ball to me, he hit a pop up, and then he hit a ground ball into me. We turned into a double play.
Yeah, you're
That's
right.
Yeah. And I was like, 2 of the 3 innings, he was the last out. I'm doing the Tug McGraw glove slap. Like it makes a difference in slow pitch softball. Just to rub it in, walking by him, slapping my glove. Whew, that was close. The one time he came up when he popped up, I think that's what I did. He popped up, and I said, the deep pitcher's mound. But before he hit it, was the bases loaded. And I went, oh, I did the major league line. Hell of a situation we got here, huh? I saw your girlfriend at the Capri Lounge last night. What a dancer. She's very talented. I'm making shit up. And he's like looking at me and getting mad. How did he not know after knowing me all those years that I wouldn't talk trash? And I was in his head so bad that whole game.
But I have to admit that you were a traitor, man, because you did jump ship, man, on
I had to
us.
start my own team. I didn't have to, but where I was working wanted to start a team. They had nobody. So I was like, I guess. And then we made the playoffs the first year, and then nobody picked it up after that. I thought Vanneman would pick it up, but that was he was too busy with a different sport that had a brown bottle. He didn't want to break away from that long time sport he was doing.
You still owe me some chowder, too, by the way.
Chowder?
Yeah, remember when we played for your team, and I got a double to get the winning run in, and you said, "Oh, if you get the winning run, I'll get you some chowder."
Yeah, that's right. Well, at least one of us delivered. Might as well be you. So we've segued into. Whoa! What the hell was that? Are you still there, buddy? You're there, right?
I'm here.
I think I just went offline here for a second, but let me do that. There we go. We're back.
I
It
think
may have never broke up. It went back to his Zoom screen. I touched something.
I think you blinked.
I blinked. I messed up. Really, it's not good. It really isn't.
Stop it. Get some help.
All right, you're right. I will. We were originally going to talk about. Well, we were going to talk about the Sixers a little bit. They're playing tonight. They got a big game tonight because they're down 0-1 in the series to the Celtics.
Yeah.
So I think if they fall down 2 games, I think they're in trouble because I'm not a huge Ben Simmons fan, but I will say one thing: if nothing else, they miss some of his defense.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, and Embiid, he had to score more than 12. But I've heard some things on different talk radio stuff and things, in passing, and a lot of people are blaming Brett Brown a little bit because he kept taking Embiid out. There were a couple times, like 4 minutes left in the second period, I think he took him out for like the rest of the period. And you got halftime coming, so he's going to get a breather at halftime.
Yeah, no.
I could see get him an extra minute and a half, but 4 minutes of playing time, which turns into 15 minutes or whatever in the NBA. And he was an offensive show in the first half, especially that first quarter. Second half, not so much at all. And right now, they don't have a whole lot. If nobody's got a hot hand, he's it. And they
Yeah.
stopped going to the low post with him.
That's why they just got to keep feeding the ball. You live or die with him. That's it.
Live or die with him in the low post. I mean, he's a big guy. Tell him quit shooting friggin' threes. You know, once in a while is okay, but not, you know, to loosen things up. But, you know, sometimes he shoots too many threes too. I'm like, dude, you're 7'1". He has at least 4 or 5 inches over the next closest guy on Boston. Get your ass in there. You know, pound it down there. They got it. And the other part is too, I think some of it was that they were saying for Brett Brown's side, not so easy to get the ball to him. Well, that's the coach's problem. He's got to design some plays to say, to figure out a way to get that ball down there to him. You know, if you don't do that, you know, you got to come up with different ways and different plays off of plays and show different looks. And that's really what a coach is supposed to do. Figure out a way to get the ball to your best player.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, I don't know. I just
I don't think they're going to get past this series anyway.
I don't. And even if they do, I don't think they're going to get past the next one.
Yeah.
You know, if they do, it's going to take everything they have, and then they're going to be wiped. And the next one, they're going to be toast. But you're right. I don't get me wrong. I'm rooting for them. I hope they do it, but I just don't see it. And everybody's like, well, they're so much bigger than Boston. Well, yeah, but Boston's got better offensive players. They got better shooters. You got Tatum. You got Brown. Kendall Walker looked great the other night.
Yeah, Walker. What's his name?
Now they've lost Gordon for the series at least. He's out 4 weeks with a sprained ankle now. That he got hurt. He got hurt in the game. Yeah,
Okay.
they said 4 weeks. He's out. That hurts him a little bit because he averaged like 17 a game. But I think they got enough horses to pick that up in other places. You might see Walker play a few more minutes now, and he's more of an outside threat. So, and I think that's what's going to hurt the Sixers. I think they're going to have to guard some of these guys closer, and the depth, I think, belongs to Boston, and I think they got better offensive players.
Yeah.
So I think you're right. I think Boston's going to win the series, I think. It might take 6 games, might take 7. Tonight's a big game as far as I'm concerned. If the Sixers don't win tonight, I can't see them winning the series. What do you think?
No, I agree with you totally. Yeah, they got to have somebody that, you know, they don't have a Redick or, you know, they
To me, that was a killer not signing him, or maybe he didn't want to sign with them. I don't know. But not getting him back, man, that to me was a killer. I thought he was like a big offensive threat every time he was on the floor. I will say I kind of like the way Kuzma. Is it Kuzma? No, not Kuzma. He's the Lakers.
I know you're.
You know who I'm talking about, right? I think he's a good young player, and he's getting better every year. There's people that think, and I liked him, but I think it might be time for a change at the coaching spot. There's people that think Brett Brown will be gone after the season if they don't get further than 2 series, and I think that's probably right.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah, if for no other reason, I think he's been tuned out. You know, you do need most pro teams in any sport, after a few years, you got to change the voice. You got to change either the system or the style of what's being told to you. Shouldn't have to. They're pros, all that, but you also become lackadaisical, I guess, for the best term. You know, you just get so used to hearing the same thing from the same voice. So I think, yeah, it's going to have to change. And I think that's what's going to happen at some point. They may try to keep him on in some capacity in the front office or something. He's been a team guy. I mean, he handled the front office when they had to get rid of Colangelo. He handled the front office till they hired I can't think of his name. You know who I mean now. They're the GM they have now, vice president. So, I mean, he's been a company guy. So unless he decides to take a buyout or something too, I think they'll take care of him. And if he wants to coach, somebody will grab him, because NBA coaches get retread like NFL coaches. They all find places. So somewhere down the line, he'll have a job. But I think he's done after this season unless they somehow get to the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't think they'll win it, but if some miracle happens, they get that far, they might not be able to get rid of him. Because he, especially with what the team he's got right now, if he gets that far with them, you got to say, well,
Yeah.
he's about as successful as anybody would have been with this team. I think Tobias Harris was a bad signing. I think too much money, and now they can't sign guys they want because I think he's overrated. He has flashes, and he has games where he's great, but it's not consistent. So, and with Simmons out, you lose defense, you lose some rebounding. I mean, offense, he'll drive to the hoop, but he doesn't shoot.
Nah, he's got to step it up.
Yeah.
Like you said, I think he's real bad signing.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Everybody's like, oh, he was rookie of the year. Great, good for him. You didn't expect, a 6'10" guy to be able to bring the ball up court like he does. Give him that. But still, I'd love to have seen them trade him. And you know who's playing well? Markelle Fultz is playing well for Orlando.
Yeah, well, he's healthy now, but
He's healthy, and I think he needed a change of scenery. I don't think he ever got a real shot in Philly. And Philly fans are tough on people, and they were ragging on him. So was the media was. I don't think he ever got the shot. He gets out of Philly, and he's doing well, and he's in the playoffs.
That's the same thing with Drew Holiday.
yeah. Look at him, Lou Williams.
Yeah, Lou Williams.
Lou Williams of the Clippers, man, he's killer. Drew Holiday with New Orleans. I mean, they're playing great basketball. So, all right. Well, there. Unless you have something else to tune in with the NBA, I think that's about all I got. I was surprised the Bucks lost the other night. That was a surprise.
Yeah, they lost pretty good.
Yeah, last night. Yeah.
And the Lakers lost, which I'm glad.
Yeah.
Portland.
Portland beat the Lakers. That was a surprise too. You know what I did see? I don't know if you know about it or what your take on it is. How about Porzingis getting 2 technical fouls?
You know what? I didn't see that, but they're saying that he shouldn't have. He shouldn't have got.
I saw the highlights.
It was whatever he said because it wasn't. He didn't throw any punches or nothing like that or push.
No. Well, even the first tech, because he had one earlier, and all that was he made a basket like on a drive, and got excited and just went yeah, got all pumped up. Ref gave him a T for demonstration, and then of course the other one was and he didn't instigate it. It was Morris went after Doncic, Luka Doncic.
Mm-hmm.
So Porzingis got in between them. And then Morris pushes Porzingis. Morris got a technical foul. But then so did Porzingis, who really didn't do anything. I mean, he wasn't quiet. He got in there and said something to Morris. Right. But Morris shoves him almost to the floor. And Porzingis gets a T as well. And all he did was break up the fight. It wasn't really even going to be a fight, I don't think, but it might have been because, Luka wasn't happy about it because Morris did hit him late.
Mm-hmm.
So he went to go after him, they were in each other's face and Morris was shoving people. Porzingis gets in there and he wasn't innocent, but he didn't shove anybody. He didn't do anything. He was letting them know, look, we're not going to take it. And he gets a T and chucked out of the game.
Yeah,
Dallas was leading at the time by, I believe, 8. They end up losing by 8. And like the whole thing, it was in the middle of the third quarter. The whole thing shifted. All the momentum shifted and everything shifted. And of course, Dallas, then all they had was Luka.
Yeah, I tell you, I love that kid. That kid's going to be phenomenal.
Oh, he's going to be great. And I think once they play a full season together, him and Porzingis, I think they're going to be a great 1-2 combination. They already are, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they get along. They like each other, and that makes a difference on the basketball court.
Sure.
You get a chance, go back and look at the highlights. You'll see.
I'll have to look at that. Yeah, because I
don't think he deserved either tech. He definitely didn't deserve the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And in all honesty, that second tech really took the game away from Dallas. And a lot of people are saying that there's no way that Dallas wouldn't have won that game if you took Porzingis out.
Right.
If he was still there. So, all right. So we'll move on from that. So tell me what's happening. How are the rules changing a little bit in fantasy football?
To be honest with you, I've been working so much, I haven't even really looked at too much. But I mean, you got players opting out. I think we're going to add like a couple of roster spots in case somebody does come, get sick. I mean,
Yeah, that's what. Well, that's what I'm wondering. What are they going to do in fantasy with rosters? You get, God forbid, you get a quarterback that comes down with it, and you've only got one other quarterback.
oh yeah,
You're done. You could be done for the season because of the virus.
you're right.
And if it was a free league, you're like, oh, okay, I'll be as competitive as I can. You go on an ESPN or Yahoo free league, that's different.
Right.
But most leagues now, including yours, I know you play in like 3-4 leagues every year.
Mhm.
You got some money wrapped up in there. And you got to worry about this. You're losing money because it's a big time thing. And now
Sure.
fantasy football is so big in the NFL. You just wonder what's going to be the overall take on it. What are leagues going to do?
Yeah, I don't know, and they're not having no preseason games, and
Right.
these rookies, you don't know what they're going to do. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a crapshoot, but it's just something to keep you interested, I guess. I mean,
Yeah. Makes you think a little bit. How many extra players are we allowed to have? Is it only certain positions? Is it? Do you get one of each now instead of, which really sucks if you're drafting.
right?
Look how long a draft takes as it is.
Yeah,
3-4 hours minimum, and that's if you go without a break and everybody's ready. We had the one draft one time for a different league, not your league. I think the draft we were Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't know if that's one you were at or not.
oh yeah, I was
It took like 8 hours. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Buffalo Wild Wings, and it's kind of obvious that I would like a place like that.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I had to go and work late that day.
Yeah, you had to leave straight from there and go to work. So it was like, and we got that. It was like oh man, it was brutal. And I just like, it was just, what are you going to do if you got to add all these extra players? I mean, and that was one with a clock. Remember, we put 3-minute clocks on everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got 3 minutes. Well, you need to cut it down to 2 now,
yeah.
at least. And you should do your research. I mean, we all sit there with our research in front of us. So, minute and a half. That's it. Let's go. Make your pick.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. If not, call a name or we'll pick it for you. Pick a name out of the hat that's left. You get Bob. You get John Harris at quarterback. That wouldn't be good for you.
What's up with that rookie running back you guys got?
Well, he's going to end up probably being a starter, getting a lot of playing time because our guy's out. He opted out. The Super Bowl MVP. Well, the guy could have been the Super Bowl MVP.
Right.
Lee Williams. He's out. He opted out because of
Right.
COVID.
But I was listening to the radio station today, and he went like 9th overall, this running back, and I don't know nothing about
Oh,
him.
from LSU. He's from LSU. He's good.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, he is really good. But they didn't want him to have to take the full load the first year. It was like Andy Reid with Pat Mahomes. I mean, let him watch for a year,
Right.
which is what he did. And then Alex Smith played that first year. There's a guy I want to bring up to you. Alex Smith. He's back on the Washington football team, which is, you have 2 favorite football teams. That's one of them. And I know you've been a fan of theirs for years. Tell me that guy doesn't have guts.
Nah,
Really? I mean, come on, man. That guy, I would just love to have him on your team. If nothing else, the guy's a motivator. I mean,
Yeah.
17 surgeries on that leg so that he could play football again. And whether he'll ever get on the field as more of a ceremonial thing or not, who knows? But yesterday, Ron Rivera was saying he took all the snaps and he looked good. They asked a reporter who was watching on ESPN, and he said he looked normal. He didn't have a pronounced limp. He made all the throws. Now, that's not saying, who knows what's going to happen when they start doing contact drills and stuff like that. We're not going to know until he takes a hit on that leg. Is he going to hold up?
Right.
And he said that too. But to me, no matter what, his story is just unbelievable. I mean, Washington doesn't have a whole lot of good things in their pocket. That's one right there. That and the guy that they hired to, if Snyder does let him run football operations, that he is somebody that's really good at that kind of stuff. So things could go better if Snyder keeps his hands off things. But that's always a big if. He's like Jerry Jones Jr. He's got to be. He's like his clone. He's even said, "I like the way Jerry runs things." Oh, so you like having a 500 team at best for 20 years? I don't know. Of course, now the Cowgirls do have a decent coach. Again, will they keep their hands off him? Because they didn't do that with Bill Parcells. That's why he left.
Yeah.
They didn't. The only guy they kept was the yes man for years, Jason Garrett.
Yeah.
That's the only guy they kept because he was yes, Jerry, yes, Jerry.
Yeah.
Yes, Jerry.
Parcells, Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson. Well, Jimmy Johnson was the first one he chased.
Yeah.
You know, Barry Switzer, he chased him out, but he fired Barry, I think. I don't think Barry retired. But Barry won him a Super Bowl with Jimmy's players the next year.
Right.
I mean, they would have won it if Jimmy stayed. And I'm not a Cowboys fan, obviously. I don't like the Cowboys. I'm a big Eagles fan, as you know. Big Eagles fan, big Chiefs fan. So, I mean, but I got to admit that Cowboys are going to have a good offense. But they lost Gerald McCoy, so they lost a big part of their what they were hoping would be a big defense. And then they cut him. Did you see that?
No.
He got hurt. Today's what? Tuesday. He got hurt Sunday in practice. They cut him yesterday because there's a clause in that contract that he signed that if it was the same leg that he had hurt before after coming back, they could release him. He gets to keep his bonus money, his signing bonus, but they don't have to pay him the rest of his salary.
Wow.
So they cut him right away. But he's gone for the season. So now if he recovers for next season and people can time him and look at him, don't be surprised if he joins either your team, my team, or the Giants just to get back at the Cowboys. Guys do that all the time.
Yeah.
Unless there's some astronomical offer from somewhere else that he can't, an offer he can't refuse. It's one of them things.
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah, take Jerry's money, baby.
Yeah, Jerry's money.
Take Jerry's money. But yeah, that would be fun because it would be fun to see Jerry's face if McCoy ever comes back to the East Coast, beats his team twice a year, and see Jerry go. I'm having fun with the soundboard, dude. Sorry. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be tough. Indy looks like they're really excited about Phillip Rivers. You're not, are you? They are. I saw something about thing the other day, and the Colts are really excited about Phillip Rivers. They said he looks great. Even the experts are now saying because Indy's got a lot better line than the Chargers had, they think part of the problems the last year or two has been, no offensive line. He got sacked a lot. He was always under pressure, and he's not mobile.
No, I can see that.
He's one of the last of your typical prototype drop back passers. There aren't many of them left.
No, I mean, I see that happening, and he's better than Brissett. So I mean, right. I can't argue with that. So
yeah, and I'll be honest with you though, Brissett's a good backup.
Yeah,
that's all. I mean, he's not a guy that like last year he was thrust into the starting thing when Andrew Luck surprisingly retired, but but he wasn't. He's not a starter. But he's not bad as a backup, and he'll get you a few wins. But he's not. He's. I think Phillip Rivers is a step up from him. So I don't know. If you got to pick them, I would say they're in the hunt for their division at least.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, I think so too.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think the newest rivalry that was similar to the old Brady Peyton Manning rivalries is going to be Mahomes and Jackson from Baltimore.
Yeah,
I think in the AFC at least they're going to be the two best quarterbacks and maybe the two best in the league or close to it. You can't forget Russell Wilson. You can't really forget Aaron Rodgers. Other than that, Prescott, I think, is a little overrated, but we'll see. Wentz hasn't proven that he can stay on the field.
Right. Yeah, he's
He's a little
fragile.
yeah, he's a little overrated too. He needs to come out, play 16 games, and show that he can do stuff.
It
But
should
their
be.
receiving core's hurt already.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's going to hurt him again. His receivers were mostly hurt last year. He was playing with guys that should have been on taxi squads. They found, I think, one gem out of it. This kid named Ward, I think, Greg Ward. He looked pretty good. I think he'll make the team and probably be a starter anyway. But Alshon Jeffries is hurt. I don't know if they even kept what's his name, Aguilar. I don't even know if they kept.
They did get a rookie though, didn't they, in the first round?
Yeah, I think they drafted somebody in the first round, and they have the guy from the year before, Whiteside, but I don't think Whiteside's as good as they think. So it's going to be the tight ends carrying them again, and Sanders. Yeah, they're running back.
Yeah, they're high with him on fantasy, but I don't know about that either. I don't know.
Well, it's going to be receptions because Peterson comes from the Andy Reid school.
Right.
You know, it's going to be little receptions, dink and dunk, run once in a while. So let's see. We've only got about 15 minutes left, bud. Wow.
Yeah, time flies, huh?
Time flies when you're bullshitting your ass on. Speaking of bullshit, no, I'm only kidding, folks. I do have a couple people to tell you about, though. One is a friend of mine out your way, Bill, Casper's Power Washing. Albert Casper, get down with a ghost. You can call them at 856-297-2984. Go on Facebook.com, Casper's Power Washing on their page. There's plenty of photos of before and after pictures of houses that they have done. And the difference is almost night and day, and almost is the dirt to the clean. It's drastic. So before you go paying a whole lot, like thousands for siding or hundreds for painting, get a hold of these guys at Casper's Power Washing. Give them a shot. Let them come out and power wash the heck out of your house, your deck, your boat, your car. We've joked that, or I have anyway, that if you see somebody that doesn't floss much, they'll power wash their grill for them. Even he liked that one. He was like, "Oh man, that's good." But anything that needs power washing, give those guys a call. Get down with a ghost. Free estimates from Cherry Hill down to Cape May. It's a pretty wide range. They'll come down and give you a totally free estimate. It's Casper's Power Washing, 856-297-2984. Give them guys a call. Albert and those guys, they're hardworking guys, and I thank them for the other job they do. I won't mention it unless Albert someday tells me I can. But I do know they do something as well full-time that they should be thanked for as well. So thanks to Albert and his crew for doing that. Casper's Power Washing, 856-297-2984. And you've seen their work, Bill, on pictures and stuff like that, I think, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I think my wife, I'm not sure if she ever actually called them or not, but we –
Oh, that's right. She did ask me for his contact info.
We definitely need to get ours done, no doubt.
Yeah, they'll do a great job. Like I said, estimate's free, so they'll come out and give you a free estimate. So you have that. So what's going on? Don't you have a daughter getting married in a couple of months?
October, yeah.
Woo! Congratulations, Daddy.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Actually, you're probably happy, right? You're marrying her off.
yeah. Adios.
Adios, baby. Billy's like, look, a wedding gift. What is it? Suitcases. And they're packed. Honey, here's your gift. Not only did I give you suitcases, we packed them for you, too. That's mean. I know, Nicole. I'm sorry. I'm just being me. Actually, no, I wish her and you guys really good luck. Where's the wedding going to be?
In our backyard, actually. So
We're going to have it at the house in the backyard?
Oh, yeah. So nice and inexpensive. And
Yeah, and cozy.
Yeah. So.
And you can do the social distancing, quote unquote, right?
Yeah, without that, no
Technically.
doubt.
Yeah. I mean, well, you're not in a big church and you're not going to be all crammed in a hall or all that stuff. You're just going to have it at the house, right?
Yeah, right in the backyard. Backyard. Yeah, we'll have tents
Nice.
set up and everything. So
It's nice because and your yard's big enough, you can do that. So that's pretty cool. Would you say wake the neighbors?
yeah, it'll probably be like 75 people, so nothing real big. So I mean,
Yeah, but that's nice size. It's
Yeah.
nice, especially in your backyard. How's she with that?
Oh, that's it was her idea because she
Oh, really?
she was getting prices from everywhere else, and then she's like, nah.
Oh, are they going to help pay for it?
Well, we're gonna make the food and everything. So to me, there ain't really gonna be a whole lot of
Right.
too many expenses.
And that's the good part too about having it at home. You're not writing a big check. You're not going into hock. Yeah, and it's probably going to be a lot more fun. It's a more intimate kind of a
Yeah,
setup.
yeah, no doubt.
That's good.
Yeah,
Well, congratulations to her. Now, are they actually moving somewhere after the wedding? Or
yeah.
before the wedding?
He lives down in Florida, so that's where she'll be going to Florida.
So
Yeah.
she'll be going to Florida. All right.
Yeah.
Is she with you guys now?
She's down there visiting right now.
She's visiting now, and then she'll come back and for the
Yeah.
wedding, I guess. And
Well, she got to come back. She got a couple of doctor's appointments, and
okay,
then she'll get all the things together that she needs for the wedding.
yeah. Now that's going to be a hectic couple of weeks for you, buddy. Get you
Yeah,
be ready to either hide or be out back working on stuff.
yeah.
Out in the yard.
The good thing is we'll see Mike. Mike will be coming up for the wedding. So
Oh, well,
we'll
that's nice.
see him and the grandkids.
Steve's still around, right? Or
Yeah,
coming
as a
around?
matter of fact, we just had his engagement dinner the other night at his future in-laws.
Oh,
he's-
nice. How'd that
yeah.
go?
He's good. I think they're looking at April of 22.
Okay. Hey, that's my birthday.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So tell them they can buy me a birthday present.
there you go.
No. Tell them good luck too. I'm glad. That's good.
yeah,
Me and her have been together a while, so that's great.
you know he's back in Jersey too, don't you?
I had a feeling. Yeah, I wasn't sure, but that's
Yeah,
good.
he's up near Six Flags, Jackson.
Oh, okay. What's he doing?
Tree trimming with Aspunge.
Okay. Oh, big company.
Big company, yeah. That's what he was doing up there, and then he transferred down here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he likes it.
That's good. That's good. He was in New Hampshire, right?
Vermont,
Vermont. That's right. Okay.
but
You
he was
didn't
like,
it there?
yeah, he was like 10 minutes from New Hampshire though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, if you're in the right area, you'd be 10 minutes from New Hampshire and another 20 down to Boston.
Yeah,
It wasn't far, so that's good. As long as he likes it.
yeah.
But I could see him and Mike are both kind of outdoor guys.
Yeah, no
Different
doubt.
interests, but yeah, different work with their hands, stuff like that. So I could see that. That's great. And Mike's coming up for the wedding, you said, right?
Yes,
Oh,
Yeah.
that'll be fun.
and he's got boy number 4 on the way too.
Wow. Yikes. Do they know it's a boy?
Yeah.
Oh man. I bet she's not thrilled about that part.
No, they were hoping for a girl, but I was like, you know,
It is what it is.
it is what it is. And I says, well, you don't want another Nicole, so now I just. So
Coley watches this. She's gonna be so mad.
I know she's gonna be.
She's gonna be pissed.
She's
No,
always,
I didn't say it. And I know I only laughed because I know it was a joke. So Dad's just joking around.
just joking.
He loves you. Just hang in there, kiddo. Good luck. And she graduated, right, from high school, or?
Yeah, she graduated. Yeah, she had surgery a few.
Oh, that's right. How did
months ago.
all right with that?
Yeah, she ended up getting a feeding tube put in, and
Okay.
she's starting to get some nutrients in
Some
her.
real nutrients and stuff like that. Oh,
Yeah,
good for her. Good for her. I know that's been an issue for years.
as a matter of fact, I think she gained 5 pounds, which is
Wow.
Yeah,
On her,
She lost-
that's
she lost 40 within the past 2 years.
really that
But
much?
yeah, she was down to like 100 pounds.
Jesus.
So
She
yeah.
was never heavy anyway.
No, she
Seeing
was,
her lose 40 pounds was, wow, I can't even imagine that.
yeah.
Wow.
So things are getting better.
That's good. That's good. As long as they're getting better for everybody. That's great.
Yeah.
So I guess we're almost at the point where we can almost wrap this up. We don't have to, but we got 5 or 10 minutes left. Remember, folks, what's in John's cup? If you want to know what the choices are, watch the very beginning of this video. I'm not going to go through them again. Because I forgot the ones that are fake. So I'm not going to go through them all again. and I'm not going to give you the one that's right. If you do guess it, obviously I'll let you know, and we'll reach out and figure out a way to get you a prize. So I'm here with bad boy Billy Smith, who's been my friend for, oh my God, more years than either one of us probably want to admit to, because then age is starting to creep in. That's not good.
Yeah, if he tells you anything, my 25 years at ACC will be in December.
Are you serious? How long are you going to stay?
At least till the middle of next year, and depending if T-Man wants to go to school.
Yeah, that's right. How's he doing?
He's doing all right. I mean, he's not a school person, so I don't know.
No, he's not.
I don't know what's going to happen there. But
Well,
if he doesn't
not
go,
that he's going to need to find something that he likes to do in life and start working on it.
yeah, well, the only thing right now he likes is Xbox till 6.
I was just going to say, so unless he starts working for Microsoft.
I get up to go to work the other day, 6 a.m. He's still playing Xbox. I'm like, come on, dude.
Still, he never went to bed?
Uh-uh.
Jesus.
And then he sleeps all day. He's probably sleeping now.
Now when we record and when it's going to be on. Wake up. There was a South Park episode one time where the kids were all playing video games and the only thing they did was get Hot Pockets in the microwave of the basement where they were all playing the game on different monitors. Mom, come on, order us a pizza. They all got fat and acne and run into the head all the time. All they did was run to the head, come back, play the game, eat a slice of pizza. It was like the stupidest thing. But that's what kids have turned into sometimes these days.
Yeah, but 3 or 4 hours is fine, but not 12.
Right, but 8, 12, 16 hours, Jesus, that's just too much. So that's crazy. So I think that's pretty close to it. Unless you have anything, Bill, that we can think of. Oh, I do have a couple things like the movie of the lame movie of the week, Spaghetti Man, on Amazon. I can tell you the criteria for some of us to watch the lame movie of the week to see, is it lame enough to be entertaining? To be entertaining, it's got to have bad acting, a bad script. It's got to look cheap, and the special effects / costumes have to be absolutely something you could buy yourself. But then it always is funny to look at them. They're entertaining as hell. But sometimes they're just not. This movie was not. It's not worth even the free look on Amazon. Don't do it. It was terrible. It just had to do with some guy that turned into spaghetti or could shoot spaghetti like Spider-Man shot webs. And it was awful. The costumes weren't good. The acting wasn't good, but the story wasn't entertaining either. I mean, it was just awful. And it wasn't awful to the point of awful being so bad that you laughed at it. It was just so bad that you cringed. It was like, we have a thing where we give Gizmo, my dog, howls. So it's 1 to 3 howls, and this didn't even get a whimper. All right, nothing. Oh, look at that one. Uh-oh. Gizmo looks similar, but I'm not going to go get him. He's in another room. So, but you'll probably see pictures of him, or he's on other videos. But actually, he looks similar. I forgot about that. And acts the same way. Just he's low key. But he's went through some things too. He's went through surgery and stuff like that. But he's doing good. But Gizmo doesn't howl. He whimpers at this one. So it tells me it's no good at all. It's not worth watching even. So don't do it. Don't bother. Don't do it. That's your lame movie of the week. Spaghetti Man, Amazon. Usually I'll tell you to watch it because there's something funny about it worth looking for. There's nothing to look forward for this one. Don't do it. Some of the ones we have done, remember, that I'll recommend: Killer Donuts. That was awesome. Attack of the Killer Donuts. That was great. So, and there were actually a couple of decent actors in that movie, but it's definitely a B movie. Last week, I watched the original Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. And that was the original that all lame movies, that's like the god of lame movies. Everybody would aspire to be as successful as Attack of the Killer Tomatoes was as a B movie. And there were a couple decent actors in that. But if you actually watched the movie, it was like a takeoff between Blazing Saddles and Airplane in style. I mean, there were a lot of quick puns and one-liners and jokes. And if you paid attention to it, some of it was actually funny. As well as the whole premise of tomatoes becoming killers and stuff. So next week, folks, for the lame movie of the week effort, I'm going to watch The Return of the Killer Tomatoes. And I'll let you know how the sequel went, which was made quite a few years afterwards. And I'll let you know. But if you ever want to watch the god of Killer Tomatoes, or of B movies, watch Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, the original. It's freaking great. I have a poster. The poster for the Attack of Killer Donuts, I may put it out on Facebook or something. The poster is awesome. The movie poster is incredible. It looks great. But the donuts have teeth in them and stuff like that. They're able to jump and they can do all kinds of things. It's not as good as Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, but it has some great scenes in it, and the premise is terrible, which is great. Big difference between that and this Spaghetti Man debacle. Don't bother watching it. So don't do it. And as far as movie of the week, I went back and found Couples Retreat. I'd watched it a couple of months ago with some folks. I went back and watched it again. Vince Vaughn and it now is escaping me, but it's a funny movie. You get a chance to watch it. It's typical farce. It's fun. It's a good movie to watch. It's called Couples Retreat. You get a chance. Kristen Bell is in it. It's a good movie. You'll like it. It's a lot of fun. I can't remember what it's on. It might be on Amazon, or you might be able to get it at Redbox or something. You get a chance to watch that. Give it a look. You'll laugh. It's funny. And it's funny to say, but couples will actually like it, because it's like, oh yeah, you did that. Oh yeah, I see that. Oh yeah. So there are some things, but it's funny. The whole movie's funny. So you get a chance. 1 to 5 on the public John Flushes, and we're going to give it a 3. Remember, anything above a 2.5 is watchable. We're going to give it a 3. It's a pretty good movie. Make sure you get a chance to watch that, and you'll have a lot of fun. The movie reviews were brought to you by Kansas Discount Nutrition here in Northeast Kansas. If you get a chance to go into Manhattan, go to 501 North 3rd Street. KansasDiscountNutrition.com will ship. Their products are online as well, or they also have a Facebook page, facebook.com/Kansas Discount Nutrition. Or you can give my friend Lucas a call at 785-587-9600. All your supplement needs, vitamins, people going through the bariatric weight loss kind of a thing, they can get the liquid protein there and stuff. And here in Kansas, they were considered an essential business, so they get to stay open. Everything's kind of open now, but we could be going back. Who knows? One day it's this, one day it's that. I'm not going to get into all that, but if things do get said they got to close down, Lucas's business will stay open because they're considered essential because of vitamins and nutritional supplements and stuff. And he's an expert on this. He went to schools for it and everything else. So you get a chance. That's Kansas Discount Nutrition. You can call Lucas at 785-587-9600 or get a hold of them, KansasDiscountNutrition.com, and they will give you internet pricing and ship as well. So you get a chance to check them out. Those folks make the show possible, so we thank them. And my one pal, Kyle, he's been a guest the last couple months. They put out the Optimal Human podcast, him and his buddy Chris. They have all kinds of degrees and everything else in education and lifestyle experience and teaching in, again, in fitness, in nutrition. So if you want to tune into some of that stuff, and those guys are like me and Billy here. They have fun. They just chat about it. They don't talk over your head. If you have questions, they'll explain it to you like, one of us would or something if we knew about that stuff. That's the Optimal Human podcast. You can watch it on iTunes, listen to it, I should say, on iTunes and anywhere you get your podcast, Spotify, Google, and all those awesome places. So we want to thank all those folks for helping us out, as well as Joe, who's a certified personal trainer, and she can help you. And she'll actually work with Lucas with you if you want, in conjunction with him, for whatever fitness goals you're looking to do. You can contact her at Joe, J-O, at ironforge.fitness.joe@gmail.com. I'll repeat that again, Joe at ironforge.fitness.joe@gmail.com. If you're here in the Northeast Kansas area, get a hold of Joe, and she will help you with whatever personal training needs, physical fitness needs that you think you need. So we want to thank all those folks for helping us keep going every week. It's good to have a guest on, Billy, and you're only the second one since all this COVID stuff. Kyle's been on a couple times, and now you. We're going to try and get back to the live stuff. I had Kyle on once live, I think, and then once like you and I are. Tell everybody there that I said hello. Like I said, anyone that would give a rat's ass, anybody that doesn't, screw them, don't care, come take a hike, or just go somewhere else. I don't really care. They don't have to watch. I don't give a rat's ass because there's something wrong with me. Oh, somebody's not at the door.
Shut up.
And take my money. I had to play with a soundboard once more for you, buddy.
Yep. It was a pleasure being on with you and catching up with you, Johnny, man. Got to do this soon.
Yeah, we're going to try and get it hooked up so it's live. I got some information today on how maybe we can do that. So when we do that, then we'll have some folks interacting with us, and like we used to do, and we can respond to them as well, and have some fun with them. So, as you're watching this, folks, it
is Wednesday, my dudes.
It'll be Wednesday. It's regular time, so we'll have a good time with that. So, Billy, thanks for coming on again. I appreciate it. We will talk to you soon. Tell everybody I said hi. Good luck if I don't talk to you before the wedding. I hope everything works out all right there. Remember, I think American Tourister is a good gift. Tell Nicole to register at Samsonite, anywhere they have Samsonite. Where are you registered? Some luggage place. I don't know why. Nicole, I wish you well. Good luck, girl. We hope to talk to you soon. Next time I talk to you, you'll probably be married. Good luck, and good luck to your husband-to-be, Beyonce. I hope you guys make it. T-Man, do whatever it is you're doing. Just, maybe walk away from the Xbox. You got to have an intervention, I think, for T-Man. You got to show him there's other fun things in life. I think an intervention might work.
I tell you what, we went 3 days without power like a couple of weeks ago, and
oh my God, he must have died.
Yeah, he must have been. It's like.
Oh my God, 3 days without power for T-Man?
Yeah.
Tell him to get a job and get a fucking generator.
There you go, right?
There you go. Get a job, get a generator, but keep the job too, asshole. Well, I got what I want. I'm quit now. It's like
I'm dying.
that was him.
Help me.
That was him. I'm dying. No power. Help me. He probably felt like this. Without Xbox, he's done. Tyler would flatline, right? And the newest game on Xbox is paddles. It's the only thing that would bring him back to life if it's on Xbox.
Tyler to Xbox Smith, man.
That's it. Change his name and everything. Might as well. Xbox Smith, boy. Tyler's kids will be born with pointed thumbs.
Oh man, he's gonna.
He's probably gonna go to a plastic surgeon and get his thumbs all.
He's gonna have the what do you call that?
Oh, he'll have carpal tunnel.
Carpal tunnel.
He'll
Yeah.
be one of the youngest carpal tunnel motherfuckers ever. Well, the Guinness Book of Records. He's 17 and he's got he needs double carpal tunnel quadruple surgery.
Oh, man.
Mr. Smith, we have good news and we have bad news. The good news is we can fix it. We have the money. We have the resources. Your son will be the $6 million expert. Xbox boy. And he'll replace his hands with bionic Xbox wrists. We have the money. We have the technology. His hands will be Xbox controllers. Just put them on there. He's got no hands anymore. Hit the A button. That's all. Dude, Tyler, T-Man, if you're watching, I don't want to say you might want to think of something else once in a while, but I think I pretty much just said that for like 10 minutes. So hang in there, buddy. If I didn't like you, I wouldn't mess with you. So trust me, because there's a lot of people I ignore. And that's on purpose. So I guess if you're ignoring somebody, you're not really doing it on purpose. Well, yeah, you are, I guess. Yeah, I am. It's like when people say hello and you can walk right by them. That should be a hint to them that you don't care. Or that you just don't want to waste your time talking to them. You know? That's my thing. If you say hello and I go and I walk right around you and never acknowledge you, you should get the hint. I don't want to waste a breath on you. So T-Man, I'm only messing with you, and Nicole only with you guys because I like you. So, so Nicole, I think there's a new luggage class, how to pack luggage 101. Maybe your dad will spring for that when he gives you your wedding gift. T-Man, wait, what is it? Walk away from the Xbox. Hands in the air. Walk away from the game. You have the right to walk away from the Xbox. Oh, man. I never heard such great creative cursing as I did with T-Man when he was on the Xbox. That was some funny stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like to think of myself as creative. And none of it would I ever say on this show. None of it. Because you just can't.
That and the
I'm like, what the hell did he just say? And then you think about it, you went, that's funny shit. It's funny. But the worst part is, at the time he said it, he was pissed that he meant it.
Yeah, but if you tell him what he said, he's like, I didn't say that.
Yeah, he'll deny it. Yeah, I didn't say that. Remember, we were going to record him one time on a phone.
Yeah.
I was going to have my phone outside his door because I was like, dude, you got to hear this. And when we tell him some of the stuff he said, that's when you're right. That's when he go, I never said that.
So, yeah.
Oh, trust us. You said it.
He said it.
You said it. The Jehovah's Witness left. They rang the door, heard that. And
Jehovah.
the
The Jehovah.
Jehovah Witness ran out the door. Oh man, it was almost a shame. All right, buddy. Well, thanks for being on. Thanks for all the stuff over the years. Thanks for just letting me gab and you give some feedback as well. And we're gonna get ready to get out of here. I'm waiting for the band to get their stuff together over here. Are you guys ready? Yeah, we're gonna get out of here. So
My pleasure, man.
all right, thanks, Billy Boy. We will talk to you. What the hell happened here? I'm trying to do this in the right way, but it's not letting me. I don't know why. I know. Right? There we go. There. So now it'll work, right? But it's like whenever you use something now that's touch, it just goes away so fast. And sometimes you don't even have to touch it. Like you get within a half inch of it and it changes it. And you're like, what the hell? You're allowed 15 seconds. So. That's the public, John. Thanks to my friend Billy Smith. We will see you guys next week.
Take care, guys.
See you, Billy.